Hello dear students, let us take Bohr's theory of hydrogen atom. In order to explain the anomalies of Rutherford's atom model, Niels Bohr in 1913 gave Bohr's theory of hydrogen atom based on the quantum theory of radiation. The main postulates: electron of hydrogen atom can revolve around the positively charged nucleus in only certain permitted orbits. The permitted orbits are those orbits in which the angular momentum of electron is integral multiple of h upon 2 pi, where h is Planck's constant. Thus, in nth permitted circular stationary orbit, angular momentum m into Vn into Rn will be equal to n into h upon 2 pi, where n is integer, h is Planck's constant, Vn is velocity of electron of mass m moving in circular orbit of radius Rn. Second postulate: the electron losses or gains energy only when it jumps from one orbit to the other orbit. In this case, the energy difference between these two orbits must be equal to the energy of a photon. That is, if electron jumps from orbit n2 to orbit n1, then the difference of energy of electron in these two orbits is equal to h into f. Now let us take the theory. In nth circular orbit of hydrogen atom, if the electron moves with the linear speed Vn, then the centripetal force is provided by the electrostatic force between proton in the nucleus and electron in the orbit. So this is the proton in the nucleus and this is electron in the orbit. Thus, centripetal force will be mvn square upon Rn, and it will be equal to the Coulombian force between proton and electron, that is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon naught E into E upon Rn square, because Q1 mod Q2 mod is equal to E into E, charge of proton, charge of electron has same magnitude E. This gives Vn square is equal to E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught m into Rn. Suppose this is equation 3. From equation 1, Vn will be equal to nh upon 2 pi m Rn. Equation 3 upon 4 gives Vn square upon Vn is equal to E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught m Rn divided by nh upon 2 pi m Rn, which gives E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught m Rn into 2 pi m Rn upon nh. So 2 pi cancels out, giving 2 here, mRn cancels out. Therefore we get Bn is equal to E square upon 2 epsilon naught NH. Thus in nth permitted orbit, centripetal force will be equal to Coulombian force. mVn square upon Rn is equal to 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0 E into E upon Rn square. Mod of Q1 is equal to mod of Q2 is equal to E into E. This is charge of proton, charge of electron, both have magnitude E. So we get Bn square is equal to E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught mRn, equation 3. Also from equation 1, Bn is equal to NH upon 2 pi mRn, equation 4. Equation 3 upon 4 gives Bn is equal to E square upon 2 epsilon naught NH. For the equation 5 is the expression for the velocity of electron in nth orbit of hydrogen atom. Equating equations 4 and 5, we get NH upon 2 pi m Rn is equal to E square upon 2 epsilon naught NH. This gives Rn as epsilon naught n square h square upon pi m E square. Equation 6. Equating 4 and 5, we get NH upon 2 pi m Rn is equal to E square upon 2 epsilon naught NH, which gives Rn is equal to epsilon naught n square h square upon pi m E square. Putting the corresponding values of constants in equation 6, we get Rn as 0.529 into 10 to minus 10 n square meter, which shows that Rn is directly proportional to n square. Putting n is equal to 1 in this equation, we get R1 is equal to 0.529 into 10 to minus 10 meter, which is equal to 0.529 angstrom, which is also known as Bohr's radius. Formula for total energy En. Total energy of electron in nth orbit is equal to the sum of kinetic energy and electrostatic potential energy of electron. Thus, En is equal to Ken plus electrostatic Pen. Kinetic energy is half mVn square, potential energy is, electrostatic potential energy is 1 upon 4 pi epsilon 0, charge of proton into charge of electron upon Rn. Here energy being scalar quantity, we have also taken sign of charges. Putting the value of Bn square from equation 3, it becomes half m into E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught m Rn minus E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught Rn. Taking E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught Rn common, we get E square upon 4 pi epsilon naught Rn into 1 by 2 minus 1, which gives minus 1 by 2 into this, which becomes minus E square upon 8 pi epsilon naught Rn, and putting the value of Rn from equation 6, it gives En is equal to minus E square upon 8 pi epsilon naught. Rn is epsilon naught n square h square upon pi m e square, which finally gives En as minus m into e to power 4 upon 8 pi epsilon naught square n square h square. Question 7 gives energy of electron in nth orbit of hydrogen atom. Putting the values of constants in equation 7, we get En is equal to minus (2.18 into 10 to minus 18 upon n square joules. Or En will be equal to minus 2.18 into 10 to minus 18 upon n square upon 1.6 into 10 to minus 19 electron volt, because 1 electron volt is equal to 1.6 into 10 to minus 19 joules. So we get En is equal to minus 13.6 upon n square electron volt. From question 8, we see that E1 will be equal to minus 13.6 EV upon 1 square means 13.6 EV. E2 is equal to minus 13.6 EV upon 2 square means 3.4 EV, and so on. Thus, outer orbits have more energy than inner orbits. The negative sign in equation 7 indicates that electron is bound with the nucleus by electrostatic force.